Today we're going to be adding positive and negative fractions, and some things that we need to remember. So whenever we're adding and subtracting fractions, we have to have common denominators. We're going to use improper fractions instead of mixed numbers. And whenever we're dealing with positive and negative numbers, we're going to use the scoreboard method to help me know whether I'm going to add or subtract. Just a quick note, this does not work for multiplication and division. They have their own rules. This scoreboard method is only for addition and subtraction. So I have the problem negative 2 1/2 plus 3 1/3. So the first thing I have to do is we're going to make them into improper fractions. Some of you have heard the Texas method. That means I'm going to add and multiply. So I put a t and an x. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. My denominator stays at 2. And I can't forget to bring down the negative. And 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay, so I have my fractions in improper form. Now I need common denominators. So I know that 6 is a common denominator for these because 2 times 3 equals 6 and 3 times 2 equals 6. So if I multiply 3 here, I have to multiply 3 here. 5 times 3 is 15. And don't forget to bring down your negative again. 3 times 2 is 6, so 10 times 2 is 20. Okay, now I have this problem, and I'm going to use my scoreboard method. I have negatives and positives. 15 is a negative number, so it goes on the negative side, and 20 is a positive number, so it goes on the positive side. Since the positive side is larger, that tells me that my answer is positive, and that also tells me that that's the number I'm going to subtract from. So 20 minus 15 equals 5. And my denominator was 6, so my answer is positive 5, 6. 5, 6 is the answer. Another problem is 1 1/3 plus a negative 3 1/4. Once again, we're going to use the Texas method, so 1 times 3 is 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13, so I get 13/4. But I can't forget to bring down the negative. And we're going to use our scoreboard, negatives and positives. So 4/3 is positive. Oh, I can't do that yet because I don't have common denominators. So I'm going to have to change these to 12ths because 12 is 3 times 4 and 4 times 3. So I have to multiply this times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And it's plus a negative, oops, negative's on the inside. 4 times 3, 13 times 3 is 39. So it would be negative 39/12 and positive 16/12. Well, I know that the negative 1 here, so that means that my answer is negative. And then 39 minus 16 is 13. Oops, I didn't have to borrow. 3 minus 1 is 2, so it should be 23. Negative 23. But my denominator is 12, so negative 23/12. Okay, 12 only goes in there one time, so my answer is negative 1 and 11/12. So negative 1 and 11/12. Okay, let's try one on your own. So on your own, this should be done in your whisk, and you should bring this back to class. We're going to do negative 1 1/4 plus 2 1/8. Okay, so this is on your own. Make sure that you are doing your whisk and including this in it, and bring back some good questions.